Hey guys, Mike with Blackstone Shooting Sports, and today we're going to be taking a look at the integrated comp model of the Platypus. Now, we've had a whole bunch of the other ones on our range previously, so let's go take a look and see if this one is better than the other ones. All right guys, we're here on the range. I'm with Shane, well, a stand-in for Shane. Shane, who refuses to appear on camera, mostly because in the last video, some of you guys made fun of his Megar statement.
Got the metal Megar mag.
So until then, until he gets an apology, he's not gonna appear on camera. So we have a stand-in. One of the things we have today is the new model, which is our integrated compensated model, and we have a nearly identical model, which is the base model here, which actually uses 320 mags. But let's take some shots and check everything out. So first off, the non-compensated model. Well, that one shoots great. And now let's take a look at the new hotness in that integrated compensated model. Jeez, that one shoots way flatter, and I want to shoot some more of this thing. Let's go shoot some more. So the integrated comp model is super cool. So initial thoughts between the two, both guns shoot great, honestly. And I think the compensated model is definitely shooting a lot flatter. It's easier to return to zero. It's a pleasure to shoot. One of the big things I really like about the regular model Platypus we have here is that this is the 320 model. So if you have 320 mags floating around, you can use them on this Platypus. Or you can have that extendo mag, which is super cool because this is a 30 round mag, and let's dump it. Woo! All right, we've been in here for a long time. We shot a lot of ammo. Marketing is definitely gonna be upset with me. Shane has now passed out, but now we're gonna go up to the studio and we're gonna talk about all the specs of these guns. All right guys, we just finished on the range and now we came up to our studio and we're gonna take a look at a bunch of different models of the Platypus, these double stack 1911s, and show you guys some of the different options that come along with the Platypus. So they're kind of user configurable and there's a lot of different options, so let's dive into all of them. So Stealth Arms is a great company, and one of the things I really like about them is they actually have a sense of humor. For one, they let us put Space Force on the gun. Then they also did the nod to a popular kids show. This is Perry the Platypus, styled after the TV show. They also have this mascot, which is not actually Shane. Despite the beard and attire, it looks like Shane. And it's not actually Shane, that's their mascot, which is a platypus. So we're gonna show a clear gun here. Pop that magazine out. We have a clear gun. So now all the Platypuses come in various different models. So we have both Glock mags, so you have in this one, and we have a 320 mag, which you guys saw on the range, right? These do come with real Glock mags, not your fake ones, not your Magpul Glock mags. These come with genuine Glock mags, unless you get the 320 model. Then it comes with real 320 mags. There's also a couple different options as far as barrel. There's the integrated compensator model. We also have a bull barrel model, which is this guy over here. And then there's also your traditional 1911 bushing style barrel. That being said, you also have two different barrel lengths. You have your traditional 5-inch or compensated model, and then you have a 4 1/4 inch barrel in a more commander length barrel. You also have a whole bunch of different options when it comes to the dust cover. So the dust cover down here, you have that traditional 1911 style dust cover. You have these extended dust cover, which is more of a tactical dust cover, which has got a full Picatinny rail. And I believe there's also a short rail as well for a Picatinny. So moving back to serrations, so we have the more prickly serrations on this guy here. And then we have your more traditional serrations on these guys. Super cool, super tactile. Depending on how you want to operate your firearm, that's kind of user preference there. Me personally, I kind of prefer the more prickly pair one, which goes all the way over the top. Super aggressive, and we'll get to that more later. One thing we didn't go over with the compensator and the front end of this gun is that the compensator is offered in two different options. So the single port brake you see here, this one's kind of corroded up, and then there's also a multi-port brake for the front. So that has two windows on the side, giving you 3 total holes. The other options, you do have threaded barrel options on all the other versions. So both your bull barrel and your bushing barrel do have options for threaded barrel, and on the commander length as well. So Shane and I were talking off camera about all the different color options, since Shane does love super colorful guns, and there's a lot of different options here. This one configured as the Space Force gun. You can see the blues, you can see the details, you can go into the Stealth Arms logo, into the serrations, into the lines. Custom serial numbers is one of the things that they do offer as well, but the trigger actually has blue in the serrations, which is super cool. In this one, we have this prickly pear kind of texture with the green. This one kind of looks like a gun out of Halo. You have all that green in those serrations, you have all that green in between the rails and on the names and everything. So there's a lot of colorful options. There's a lot of options for colors everywhere. You can see some of the guns behind us. Or behind us, yeah, right, Shane, exactly. The possibilities are really endless. I mean, you could probably do a rainbow one if you really wanted to, and I implore you to take a look at that. All right, we've been shooting this integrated compensator model and the regular model. Today, we're gonna decide whether this is great for competition or not, which one's really faster. So I think the integrated compensator model is going to be significantly faster, but we're gonna test it just like we do everything, and we're gonna run a bill drill, and we're gonna time it and see which one actually shoots faster. Let's get into it. Shane, can you hit that timer for me? Yeah, we threw one round, but most of those still in the black there and still in the 9 and 10 ring, and 311. Perfect. All right, let's take a look at the integrated compensator model. Way faster that time. Walked it up a little bit, but 2.61. So a little bit higher than I would have liked, but we got it in there. So when we get into optics, these are direct cut. There are plenty of options when it comes to this. So this one happens to be particularly cut for the RMR style optic, and fits the Holosun optics as well. But you can configure it for just about every single optic on the planet right now. You got your Acros, you've got your Delta Points, and everything in between. Those are user configurable. You choose those at the time of design. So on this grip, there are 5 different options. Really, we'll call it 3. There's the Prickle texture, which you see on these guys. There's also a chain link texture, and then they also have their traditional like checkered. There is a cool option with the 3-finger groove, so those of you that like Gen 3 Glocks, the 6 of you that still exist out there, you can get that, those 3-finger grooves. However, you're only eligible to get with a Glock mag. So with this one-piece T6 aluminum grip, it is all CNC'd in the USA. So Stealth Arms is doing a great job making a lot of these parts and pieces and these firearms in the United States, which for some people is a huge thing. You don't have to worry about imports or tariffs or anything else like that. So going back to our trigger, there's a couple different options here. In this case, we have the flat face trigger, which is super configurable from 2.5 pounds all the way up to 4 pounds. You also have your passive grip safety, and for those older school 1911 guys, this is a Series 70, but let's take a look at it. So clear gun, we're gonna press that trigger, super crisp trigger, little bit of take up. We got that great short reset right there, and that crisp break. So great trigger all around. One of the other features on this particular firearm, and those ambi safeties for those wrong-handed, you have that ambidextrous safety. It might be a great option for you, or if you hate them, take it off. Moving down to the frame, this is one piece. This whole solid block of 70-75 T6 aluminum that is milled one way. So this has got your integrated grip. There's no screws like some other models. You don't have to worry about that separating your trigger guard or anything like that. Just one solid piece, which gives you a solid foundation. And honestly, the grip texture being part of that is awesome. You have the option for mag wells, so you can get it with or without mag wells. And then you can go down to your texture, which one of these textures has a disclaimer on it that you should definitely try out before you buy it. That is their Prickle texture. They have a super aggressive and an aggressive. It's hard to see on camera, but when you put them in your hand, you can definitely feel it. I know the one that we had in the range was super aggressive, and it was kind of killing my hand after the 500 or 700 rounds that we shot today. Your results may vary on that one. One other option on the frame is that rounded trigger guard. So for the traditional 1911 guys, all 3 of you, you can have that rounded trigger guard as well. Most people prefer that squared off trigger guard. So the million-dollar question, is the integrated compensator worth it? Well, the short answer is yes. The long answer, well, it's personal preference. So whether it's for home defense, competition shooting, or anything in between, there's no wrong configuration for these firearms. Some of you may jump right to the integrated compensator model because it's way cooler, way faster, way flatter shooting, and it's all around, in my opinion, a better model. That doesn't necessarily mean that the other models are bad. The only thing that I would have probably changed on this particular firearm would have been that super aggressive texture. But that super aggressive texture is something worth noting. For me, in shooting a couple hundred rounds, it was a little painful. As you got into that higher round count, it wears on you substantially. So for me, I probably would just get the normal Prickle texture. But you can't go wrong with any option from Stealth Arms. Whether you configure it yourself or you grab one that's bone stock, there's not a bad option when it comes to this. Guys, this isn't my normal spiel. This is usually the Shane part, but you guys need to apologize to him in the comments to get him back on the show so that I don't have to do the outro. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to see more content like this.